Hello there everyone, Nita Rose here and welcome to my channel. This is the review video of Volume 33 of Eden Zero, which is the final volume of the series. Starting out with Chapter 285 titled 0 vs 1 and ending the series with Chapter 293 titled Friends. Void channeled his energy into the Eden's One as it was building an army to take out the Eden Zero. The EZ doesn't have enough power to fire the cannon and the E1 started to fire back. But luckily, they were reinforced by everyone they encountered backing them up and taking down the little ships thanks to Lobelia broadcasting the events that was happening. While they handle the smaller ship, the Eden Zero will be finished dealing with the Eden's One as it reaches full capacity to take it down for good, along with Zeke taking down Void at the same time. Now that's been done with, the only thing left is Shiki's fight with Corona Phase, trying to get it back to Mother. However, things aren't looking too good for him as the Corona Phase keep getting upper hand. But that isn't the problem at stake here. The creatures start creating little Corona Phases that are attacking the fleet. Some of them are going after Rebecca's ship, but Zeke managed to rescue her by creating a pathway for her to escape. Meanwhile, during Shiki's fight, we're getting more hints of who she is and doing what she's doing. And that hint aimed towards Rebecca from 20,000 years from the future, which makes sense if you think about it. The Corona Phase is going on a rampage, destroying every planet that comes in its path, and we even see that it has overdrive. Not too surprising about that. Shiki sees what is happening, activates his own overdrive, and the two started battling once again, as Shiki wants to stop the creature from destroying the universe as it has cherished memories. But the Corona Phase believes that the universe is a fake paradise and wants to get rid of it because it doesn't have her time, and so it's going for the Big Bang, while Rebecca and Zeke are witnessing Mother slowly disappearing. Oh yeah, while this chapter came out, I recently found out that they announced that Eden Zero will be ending within 5 chapters. I'm not too surprised about this. After all, we all knew that Eden Zero was at its final arc, and it was only a matter of time before we get to that point in the series. Now, some people suggest that it seems rushed, but to me, I think it's perfect. Because for one thing, Shiki and his crew has come to the end of their journey and to finish what they started, and that is not only to find Mother, but also save her. So this ending could go either way, but we will find out what happens once we get to the final chapter of the series. Now on to the next chapter, the Corona Phase starts its power of destruction and wants to eliminate the universe, but Shiki was not having it. He even tried to reason with the creature but has no luck. It is also discovered that the creature has devoured Mother more than once, but history kept repeating itself and the planet has become Mother once again. So this left Shiki with no other choice but to use his gravity powers on the creature and drive it towards Mother by forcing its power on himself. He used the power to take down the creature. Now Zeke and Rebecca noticed the Corona Phase coming towards them and they got out of the way. It devoured Mother's time and then Shiki decided to become friends with the creature. Oh, typical Shiki wants to be friends with everybody. Shiki got the Corona Phase to eat Mother as she transformed back into the planet Earth. But she wasn't the only one, as Xiaomei, aka Luna, who turned out to be the moon, also transformed back into her original form. Everyone was happy that their goal was successful and the Corona Phase was disappearing. However, Shiki disappeared along with it, leaving Rebecca in tears of its disappearance. But then we get the big plot twist, and that this Rebecca from this timeline has woken up. Now this has confirmed of Rebecca being the Corona Phase, and also before Shiki and the Corona Phase disappeared, it mentioned that the person that she's been looking for used to talk to her the same way as Shiki. Now with only 4 chapters left, let us see how it goes. Not only that I discovered that she was alive, but she was also conscious as she watched her friend Shiki walk away from her and slowly start to forget who she is and believes that she died. This act of loneliness and the feeling of abandonment is what caused Rebecca's ether gear to activate on its own. It transformed her body and then she started following Zeke through time. But once in the present, Rebecca lost her memories, causing her to go on an eating habit, devouring every planet of their time, remembering that her time was stolen from her. Now Rebecca from the present starts transforming into the Corona Phase after taking over her body and using it to destroy the universe. But then Shiki came back and realized that the creature he's been fighting was Rebecca all along, reaching his hand out to her. Now only 3 chapters chapters left to go until the finale, as Shiki starts to reach her and uses his gravity powers to force the coronaphage out of Rebecca's body. And as Shiki became closer to Chrono Rebecca, she regained all her memories and she remembered who she was. Shiki embraces her as the dark force within her disappears. Rebecca comes back to her senses and realizes what Shiki has done for her, and later they both return to the ship. The Shining Stars were glad to see Ziki again, and we see Shiki and Rebecca's hand intertwined, showing a developed relationship. Everyone is glad that the war is over, but then it is discovered that Pino has fulfilled her role as she falls asleep, saying goodbye to her master. Now this is what got everybody teary-eyed, and what happens in the next chapter will even be sadder, but also happy. And also 2 more chapters to go. You see, the 4 Shining Stars have met their earthly counterparts and managed to help them save their planet from dying. And then 16 years later, we witness the counterparts of Shiki and Rebecca. The two quickly became friends, and then we see the human version of Pino as Rebecca's little sister. The two easily got along with Shiki, and then we see our Shiki embracing a sleepy Pino with tears in his eyes. Now the next chapter is going to be the final one, and it seems like Pino was the one who got her wish. She wished to become human, and that's exactly what happened in a certain way. Pino has become, you say, reincarnated as a young girl on the planet Earth. It's like they said early on, if anyone has ever reached Mother, they will be reborn. And I believe that's exactly what happened to Pino. This is both happy and sad at the same time. Now let us see how all of this is going to go at the end of this long series that I've been reading since the first chapter. Here we have the color palette of Xiaomei giving us the story of the final chapter. Shiki and Rebecca are now living together on Granbell, with Shiki fixing something as he cares for Pino. A few moments later, Shiki rushes towards Ziki and the others. Here is Witch and Sister witnessing Shiki and Happy freaking out and becoming a nervous wreck, as it turns out that Rebecca is giving birth. Well, damn, they make it to third base quicker than these two can make it to first. Seriously, Mashima, the Nalu fans are still waiting. Anyways, on planet Norma, we see Cyber running towards Herman and White to tell him about Shiki and Rebecca's baby. But the two are not too concerned, as they're working on a ship that'll get there in a minute. Next on planet Udon, it seems that Hamura and Valkyrie have been living together with Korone. But by the looks of it here, the two of them seem to be setting off as Korone wishes them a safe travel. Next we see Laguna, Jin, Clean, Labilia, and Couch Petal arriving at Granbell to give support to Shiki and Rebecca. Witch and Sister help with the birthing process, and as Rebecca was pushing, a blinking light comes out of the horizon. Here is Pino with Mother within the memories of the planet, as Mother is willing to grant Pino's wish to become a human girl and have her soul reincarnated as Shiki and Rebecca's child. Shiki and Rebecca hear the crying of their newborn baby, and they decide to name her Pino. But then we see the real Pino approach them, as Shiki and the others are happy to see her alive. It turns out that Pino decided to stay an android, as she wants her master's child to be her own person and not a reincarnation. And here is where the final chapter, where the journey has ended. Here is where we're gonna end it all. After 6 years, the series has finally ended. I like how everybody went their separate ways and live among each other within the different universes. Like Homura and Valkyrie are staying with her mother, Weiss and Herman are living on planet Norma, and so forth, along with Rebecca and Shiki living on Granbell, having a child together. And lastly, Pino had decided to come back as an android instead of fulfilling her wish to become a human, which I appreciate, I'm not gonna lie. Pino giving up her dream to become human for the sake of her master's child becoming her own person was so satisfying to me. Overall, I enjoyed the series, although I wasn't too fond of the ending at first, but then after rereading it again, I appreciate it now. But I also appreciate my subscribers and viewers out there who has been with me throughout the video of Eden Zero, and to the fans of the show, I also give you my appreciation. Well then everyone, thank you so much for joining me on this video, and please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. You can also check out my other videos on Patreon, and you can also look me up on TikTok, Discord, and Twitter. And I'll see y'all next time. Nita Rose out.